Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 8.5 by 11 layout and I'm digging in the stash again. I have 5 little photos here that are 2 by 3 and they were printed very small because they are not the best photos. They were taken with an old cell phone and they're kind of pixely, so they're just not the best quality, but I want to get them documented because it's one of the only times that my goddaughter went swimming with her older brother and my son. So I want to have them in the album and documented. And I dug out crate paper. This collection was called Poolside, and I have a lot of scraps left of it. I actually don't have any 12 by 12 left at all. So I'm actually going to be using a piece of white cardstock paper and piecing it together to make it an 8.5 by 11 layout. And that pink paper is actually from a pink paisley collection. I don't remember the name of it, but it was in my scrap stash with this collection since it matches. So I'm going to use it to mat one of the photos and it's going to be done. I brought in Sequins, Pack Your Bag from Spiegelmom Scraps. And then Endless Summer sticker sheet from Echo Park. And some of these colors match, some of them don't. So I'm going to pull in a couple of these stickers just to add a little extra something, since I really don't have much of the poolside left except for papers and chipboard pieces. This is also another older Echo Park paper. The teal color matched perfectly to use for the names of the kids. So that's what I'm going to use off of there. And I think I use one of the stickers from the top part. So there you can see there's the white cardstock paper that I'm going to be using. That was out of a pack of paper or a pad of paper. That was all Echo Park papers, and they're all just solid papers, but the other side was white. So I bought them at Tuesday Morning when they were super cheap, like $6.99 or something like that for like 30-40 sheets of paper. But they work great for cut files and they work great for using white cardstock when I need it. So here I'm going to paint this cut file. This was a pre-cut from Not Just for Boys, and it just says summertime, but it's very delicate. So I didn't want to use Distress Oxide in a brush because it might have tore it. So, and I also didn't want to use washi tape on it to cut it or to break it up half and half so that I could paint it, because again it's very delicate, so I didn't want to tear it. So I'm using mint, what is that? It's Mint to Be is the mint color, and then Lover's Lips is going to be the pink color. So I'm going to kind of do it in an ombre, I guess. It's going to go from teal to pink. And the Lover's Lips is a little bit bright, so I am going to water that one down a little bit more before I put it on. I'm just using a baby wipe to wipe up my desk, as this is a glass mat. And Shimmerz Paint wipes up very well with water because it's water-based. So it's very easy to clean up. So I'm just going to put my ruler back down. And this is a metal ruler that I got from Dollar Tree, actually. And it works very well to use for things like this. So I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on it to hold it in place, and then I'm going to use the paintbrush to paint on the pink side. And I am using a more of a flat brush versus a round brush. I find that that paints better on the cut file. And so I'm just going to go around and do the bottom part. Like I said, I want it to be pink on the bottom and teal on the top. So I'm just gonna brush it around, try to speed it up, but obviously I'm kind of slow at painting too. I don't try to rush with anything with scrapbooking, because if you go too fast, you make a mistake, you probably can't correct it. If you go a little bit slower, you can probably correct it. So that's my motto. Here I'm just adding a little bit more teal at the top part where it blends with the pink. I don't really want them to blend together per se because they probably wouldn't make a great color. But I did want to make sure that it was covering up all of the white cut file. So again, just clearing off the desk. I'm going to close these up because I am done with them. Put my little summertime to the side, let it dry. It's pretty much dry. The Shimmerz paints don't take very long to dry at all. This paper here is the Crate Paper, and this is the only piece I have left. I did cut it down so that it would fit the 8.5 by 11. It has little triangles on it in the same colors as the other papers. I should have started with the polka dot paper, but as usual, I'll pill it up and put the polka dot paper down and then continue on. I should have put it down first since the polka dot paper is longer, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put that one down, and I actually cut the polka dot paper a little bit too short, about 1/4 of an inch, but I will fix it, and you'll see me fix it here in just a minute when I go to lay the other papers on top. So all of the teal paper that I had, I tore in strips, and then I'm going to piece it back together to make it look like wavy water behind the photos. So I'm going to add the triangle paper at the top though. And I didn't add any ink or even really distress any of these papers. I guess I could have. So it kind of looks a little naked to me, but it's okay. I like the way the layout turns out in the end. So here I'm going to lay the summertime down just to make sure I leave enough room. And then I'm going to put down the pink paper or the sticker. It's a border sticker, the pink striped border sticker. I'm going to place that down also right there at the bottom of the water in the title. But first I'm going to add all these papers down, and I'm just placing them one under the other, and I'm making sure that the torn side with the white paper showing is facing up. And again, that just kind of looks like waves. And in close-ups in the photos, you might be able to see the water, how it kind of looks the same as the paper in the background. And that's what I was going for. Again, the photos are not the best photos because they are kind of pixely, but they still tell a story, and it's okay. Not every photo has to be the perfect photo. But again, this is a one-time thing that happened, so I want to have it documented for my goddaughter. And I'm going to add the darker blue at the top just because the photo with my son, the water actually looks darker up there anyways, so I'm okay with it being darker at the top. So that's where I realize it's a little bit too short. So I'm just going to add another piece of the polka dot paper up here at the top and put it underneath the triangle paper, and nobody will know. Well, except for whoever watches the video. So I'm going to place these papers the same way. I want the white side up, and I'm going to place them down all the way almost to the top. I do overlap the triangle paper at the top, and then I'm going to place that photo there that I just had over there right at the top. And then I'm going to place this one down here, and I believe I'll glue down my title before I do anything else. On the photos, I already added their names, and I added a little fish, a little pink fish on my goddaughter's photo, and then a little blue fish on her brother's photo. And then on my son's photo, I added little starfish and a flower. One's in pink and one's in blue, and then his name. And then I also added a little flower with her name and a little starfish with her brother's name. And again, that was just to, dress them up just a little bit. And the letters actually match perfectly with the paper. They almost blend in a little too good. And then one of the stickers I pulled off of the Endless Summer sheet for Echo Park, and it says, "Having a whale of a time." And then right underneath at the top, I'm going to put the chipboard little inner tubes and a little, I don't know what you'd even call it. It's just a rectangle, I guess. It says Summer Pass on it, and then it says August, which these photos were taken in August, and then Adventures in Summer is what I decided to put right underneath that little August chipboard piece. And I did peel those and make them thinner than they actually were to begin with. And that's just because, again, to, you know, not have so much bulk on the layout. And then this one here, I needed to put a little piece of chipboard over to the side so that it would be level. So I just used the piece that I peeled off the other one to put underneath there. And then here's the sequence, and I'm actually going to put the sequence in 7 places around the layout. And I used 3 in silver, teal, and pink. And the silver, I guess, is more like iridescent or, shiny. It just adds a little bit of bling to the layout. And once again, these are from Spiegelmom Scraps. And if you want to pick up any sequins, you can pick them up from her shop. This one here, Pack Your Bags, is actually still available. Or at least it was by the when I was voicing over making the voiceover. And you can use my code Jennifer15 and save 15%. I do have a link to the shop down below in my description box. And again, I'm just going to add 3 more over here at the photo at the top. And then I'll add 3 more at the corner of the photo, or where the water and the white paper meet. And then I'll put 3 more on the chipboard piece that says August. And then I put 3 more, I believe I do it after I turn the camera off, at the top of my goddaughter's photo in the right hand corner. And other than that, pretty much that's it. So once again, I'm just glad to be getting some of the stash used up, and some of the papers I've held on to just because I liked them and I couldn't throw the scraps away because I wanted to use them up on a layout. Well, they finally got used on a layout and I like the end result. So I'm really happy with the layout. Hopefully you guys don't mind the stash digging and using up stuff that I have, just in my stash from over the years. This collection is probably at least 10 to 12 years old. And I still enjoyed it. I love the way the layout turned out. Hope you guys did too. And I will see you in another video tomorrow.